Hi, Namaste. Welcomes you all to this presentation. Before the presentation, I am Ankhi Maruti, Assistant Professor of Commerce, SKNG, Government First Grade College, Gangavati. In the last session, I spoke on process costing. In process costing, I have solved 3 question papers which were appeared in 2019, 2018, 2017. I have explained or solved. I have explained and solved 3 here question paper for 15 marks. So today we will have yet another question paper to solve on process costing. Look at the question. VSKUB 2016, 15 marks. This concept, process accounting, process costing, is not only for importance towards undergraduations like BBA, BCom, but it is also importance towards competitive exams. I mean, after completion of post graduation like MCom, MBA. If you have wished to crack KCET or NET, or if you have wish to become a government servant in MSN, BSNL, or any CAG, controller and auditor general, these I mean what I want to say, these are the very essential and important topics for commerce based recruitment. I hope all of you understood previous sessions which I have covered syllabus regarding costing accounting so far. I mean cost accounting too. Look at this. VSKB 2016, 15 marks. Trilok Industries. This is just like VSKB 2016 model. This 2016 model question paper. This 2016 11 questions. This concept bari undergraduate point of view, future point of view, balast importance in case professional course ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ನೀವು MCom ಮತ್ತು MBA ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮಗೆ KCET ಮತ್ತು ನೆಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ 2016ನೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಟ್ರೈಲೋಕ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್ ಎ product after passes through 3 processes. My dear friends, here particulars total is not essential for preparing while preparing process 1, process 2, process 3. So here direct materials process 1 2600, process 2 1980, process 3 2962. These are raw materials, direct materials towards 3 process. Here labor is given 9000, 2000, 3000. This is the 9000 is the total amount. Total amount means 2600 plus 1980 plus 2692. The total will be 7542. 2000 plus 6000 plus 4000. The total will be 9000. Here production overhead is given, but under process 1 nil, and process 2 nil, process 3 nil. Okay, this is workout on the basis of production overhead or recovered at 100% of direct wages. On the basis of direct wages, here direct wages nothing but the labor. Here labor is to be considered as wages. So that's why 2000, 2000, 3000, 3000, 4000, 4000. I mean 2000 labor, production overhead 2000, labor 3000, production overhead 3000, labor 4000, production overhead is 4000. Why? Because here, why the same amount apportioned to different forces, same labor amount apportioned in 3 processes? Because here clearly stated that production overhead are recovered at 100% of direct wages. That's why this is the labor is the wages. That's why 2000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 4000, just like this. My dear friends, 100,000 units at rupees 3 each. 1000 units at rupees 3 each were introduced in process 1. This is called input. So this input should be shown in process 1 account. Process 1. So look at this process 1. This is process 1. So this is process 1. This here look at this process 1. I have posted input. So 1000 into 3, 3000. According to the question, 1000 plus 1000 units per unit is 3 rupees. 1000 into 3, 3000. Next, direct materials. So according to the question, 2600, 2600. Labor 2000. So 2000. Next, here production overhead 9000 is there. So here production overhead are recovered at 100% of direct wages. So here production over 100% direct wages means nothing but labor. So 2000 into 100 divided by 100, 2000. This is debit side total. Okay, this is process 1. The process 1 is debit side is over. Okay. Next, there was no stock of materials, work in progress and finished goods at the beginning or at the end of the period. Full stop. Here full stop. The output, I mean it's in the question stated that there was no work in progress, there was no for materials, finished goods. Why question stated like this? ಯಾಕೆ ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಈ ತರ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಯಾಕೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಈ ತರ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ 2 SP Sangliana 1, SP Sangliana 2 or Bahubali 1, Bahubali 2. I am talking about Bahubali 1. But equivalent processing, it is comes under Bahubali 2 or SP Sangliana 2. It is that topic doesn't include your syllabus. ಅದು ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್, ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳದ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಯಾಕೆ ದೇರ್ ವಾಸ್ ನೋ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್, ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಿನಿಶ್ಡ್ ಗುಡ್ಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು? ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟೆಡ್ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ Sangliana, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ Bahubali, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ Bahubali 1 or SP Sangliana 1. Okay. Next, the output of each process passes direct to the next process. Okay. The output of the first process, it should be input of the next process. Second process, our actual output should be input of the third process. You got the idea? Okay. ಮೊದಲನೇ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ಸಿನ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್. ಮೂರನೇ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ಸಿನ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂರನೇ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಮೂರನೇ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬಂದು ಫಿನಿಶ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಅದು ರೂಲ್. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಥಿಯರಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಫೈನಲ್ ಟು ಫಿನಿಶ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಫೈನಲ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ 3 ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಟು ಫಿನಿಶ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಓವರ್ 100%. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ 100, 3000, 3000, 4000, 4000, 2000, 2000, just like this. So here additional data as follows. Here process 1 actual output is given, but normal loss is 5% is given, but a scrap value or scrap per unit 2 is given. It means that it is scrap normal loss with scrap. Look at this, normal loss 5% of the input according to the question. Here normal loss is given 5%, but actual output is 950 is given. Keep it in your mind, 950, 5%, next 2. Okay, here by normal loss 5% on input. So 1000 on 5%. 1000 on 5% according to the question. 1000 into 5 would be 100. So 50. So according to the question, look at this. Here 2 rupees is given. Okay. So 50 into 2. 5 2s are 100. 5 2s are, 50 2s are 100. 5 2s are 10. Okay. 5% is over. That is a normal loss with scrap. My dear friends, here actual output is given 950. Look at this. So working notes, normal output in units. So is equal to input minus normal loss. So input is 1000. Input was 1000 minus quantity or units of normal loss is 50. 1000 minus 50, 950 is the normal output. But here 950 is actual output. So from process 1, the actual output should be 950. Here the actual output will come, normal output would come 950. It means here normal and actual output has same value. So no need to calculate abnormal loss or abnormal gain. When actual output and normal output are, when actual output and normal output both are come same or has same value, no need to find abnormal loss and abnormal gain. So here therefore I put it like this. Here normal and actual output has same value, so no need to calculate abnormal loss and abnormal gain. Okay. Next, here no abnormal loss, no abnormal gain. So my dear friends, 1000. So here debit side total 9600. So here 1000 minus 50, 950 according to the question. The actual output of the process 1 comes exactly 950. Exactly 950. Then what about 10? How did come rupees 10? Here, how did come 10 rupees 10 here? So after finding normal output or actual output both are same, then no need to calculate abnormal loss. Okay, but 950 is the quantity. This quantity should be converted into value. So that's why the 10 rupees is to be calculated on the basis of this. Normal cost per unit is equal to total cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 9600. Total cost 9600 minus normal loss. Normal loss in rupees, so 100. 9600 minus 100 divided by normal output according to the working note number 1. So 950. 9600 minus 100. 9500. 9500 divided by 950. Rupees 10 is normal cost per unit. So the normal cost per unit or rate per unit is 10 rupees. 950 into 10, 9500. So 9600 minus 100, the balance will be 9500. This is process 1. Okay, this actual output should be input of the next process. To process 1, 950. So 950 into 10, 9500. So first point is, first column is over. First row, not column, first row. 955%. Okay, next, look at this. Here 840 is given. Actual output 840 is given, but normal loss is 10% is given. But normal loss with scrap rupees 4 per unit. Look at this process 2. Look at this process 2. Direct materials 1980, labor 3000. So production overhead 100% of wages or labor. So 100% means nothing but here also production overhead should be 3000. So 1980 plus 3000. Look at this. 1980 plus 3000. So 100% production overhead, 100% of wages means 100% of labor, 3000. So here the actual output of the first process, it should be input or just like the opening of process as process 1 in process 2. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಂದು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಉಳಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಸ್ ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ಇದೆ. 950 into 10 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 9500 ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ process 1 to process 2 is over. So direct material here 1980. So labor nothing but is your wage wages. We presume that is wages. So according to this, production overhead recovered at 100% of direct wages. So full stop. So according to this 3000. Next here debit side is over. So here 10% normal is given. Look at this, 10% on input. 10% of input means 950. 950 into 10 divided by 100, 95. But here 4 rupees according to the question. So look at this, row number 2, 4. So 95 into 4, 380. 380. After finding or after ascertaining normal loss with scrap, next step working note. Next step working note. Look at this working note number 1. Normal output is equal to, normal output in units. In units or quantities or tons or something. Input 950. So 950. So in quantity column or units 950 minus total normal loss 95. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. 950. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 950 ಮತ್ತೆ 95 ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಟನ್ಸ್ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಟನ್ಸ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. 950 minus 95, 855 is normal output. So here actual output is given 840. So here whichever is there, actual output is less than normal output. Normal output is more than actual output. ORR, actual output is less than normal output. So here abnormal loss, ORR, abnormal gain. So here abnormal loss clearly we are saying that is abnormal loss. How? Normal output is more than actual output. That's why 855 minus 840. 855 here, 840. So according to the question, 855 is normal output. So normal output 855, actual output according to the question 840. So here normal output is more than actual output. The balance will be 15 units abnormal loss. Abnormal loss. The abnormal loss should be transferred on the credit side of process accounting. Abnormal loss in unit column or quantity column 15. 15. Okay, 15 units. After finding abnormal loss, next process is the next step is normal cost per unit. Normal cost per unit is equal to total cost minus normal loss divided by actual normal output. My dear friends, total cost means 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 17,480. 17,480 is okay. Normal loss here 380 in rupees. So 7,480 minus 380 divided by normal output means 855. So 7,480 minus 380 divided by 855. The balance will be 20 per unit. ORR 17,480 minus 380 is equal to 17,100. 17,100 divided by 855 rupees 20 per unit. We have found that quantity of abnormal loss is 15. These are abnormal loss in units. The unit should be converted into value. That's why we need cost per unit, normal cost per unit. That's why we have work out like this. So here 20, 15 into 20, 300 is over. So 950, so 7,480, 950 minus 95 minus 15, the balance will be according to the question 840 is actual output. This balance should be transferred to process 3 from process 2 process 3. So here 20 rupees according to the working note, 840 into 20, 16,800 ORR. 17,480 minus 680, the balance will be 16,800. This is process 2. Next we will have to work out on process 3, but here insufficient space is there. Okay. Okay, after completion of process 2, so here process 2 is over, next process 3. So here actual output of process 2, 840 and 16,800 is the input, just like as input, 840, 16,800 according to this one, process 2. I have posted over there. Next, so process 3, direct materials, direct labors. So here direct materials 2962, direct labor 4000. Next, production overhead as usual 4000 according to this one. Production overhead are recovered at 100% of direct wages is nothing but here labor, nothing but direct wages. So here also 4000. 2962, 4000, 4000. 2962, 4000, 4000. Next, after transferring these items on the debit side, next step is, look at this here. Process 3, 750 at 15% normal loss, but after ascertaining 15% normal loss in units, there is a value. It means scrap value with normal loss with scrap value. So here 15% and 5%. Here actual output is given 750. So these items used to be considered 750, 15%, 5%. So here 15%. Normal loss 15% on input. Here 840 into 15 divided by 100. So balance will be 126 is the normal loss in units. So here 5 rupees rate. Here according to this question, scrap value per unit rupees 5. So 126 into 5, 630. Okay, over. This is normal loss with scrap. So according to the question, so here actual output should be in process 3 750. So for the purpose of ascertaining actual output in 750 in process 3, after ascertaining actual output in process 3, the balance will be on the basis of normal output and actual output, the balance will be abnormal loss or abnormal gain. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಈ 750 ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ 3 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರಬೇಕು, 750 ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಜೊತೆಗೆ 15% ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. 15% ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ 15% ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ರೂಪಕ್ಕೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 15% ಬಂದಿರೋದನ್ನ ಇಂಟು 5 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ 630 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ 15% ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದು ಅಂದರೆ 840 ಮೇಲೆ 15% ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 126 ಬಂತು, 5 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ರೇಟ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ 630 ಬಂತು. ಸೊ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ 750 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸೊ ನಮಗೀಗ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ನೋಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1, ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಇನ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್, ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಲಾಸ್. ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ 840 ಮೈನಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ 126. 840 minus 126, the balance will be normal output 714 is the normal output under process 3. Under process 3 normal output 714. So normal output is 714. So according to the calculation or according to the process 3, then actual output is given 750. 750 where it was now 750. So in the question 750. So 750 actual output. Here abnormal loss ORR gain. Actual output is more than normal output. Here normal output 714, but actual output is given in the question. Here 750. So this is more than normal output. So normal output 840 minus 126. 840 this one. 126 this is one. Quantity comes 714 is the normal output in units. So here actual output given in the question 750. 750 is more than 714. The balance will be 36 units is abnormal gain. But here under process 2, normal output is more than actual output. But here actual output is more than normal output. The balance will be abnormal gain. But here abnormal loss, because under process 2, normal output is more than actual output. So here actual output is more than normal output. The balance will be 36 units is the normal abnormal gain. I have transferred abnormal gain in quantity or units column. So after putting units, in units column or quantity column, next step is we have to value the abnormal gain. For the purpose of value of abnormal gain, we have to ascertain normal cost per unit. ಈ 36 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಟನ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಇದು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಆಯಿತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನು ಬೆಲೆ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕು. ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ, ಮೌಲ್ಯದ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡುಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್. ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ 16,800, 2,962, 4,000, 4,000. This total, I mean 4 items total 27,762. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 items total 27,762 minus here credit side total 630. So divided by normal output 714 according to the equation, I mean working note number 1. So 27,762 minus 630 divided by 714, the balance will be 38 rupees, I mean normal cost per unit. So here 36 into 38, 36 into 38, 1368. Okay, next 840 plus 36, 876. 16,800 plus 2,962, 4,000 plus 4,000 plus 1368. The balance will be, grand total will be 29,130. 29,130, 876. 876 minus 126, 750 by finished goods according to the question. We look at this. The output of each process direct to the next process, and final process is to be transferred to finished stock. So here finished stock transferred 750. The rate will be 38 on the basis of normal cost per unit 38. 27,762 minus 630 divided by 714. The normal cost per unit 38 rupees. 750 into 38, 28,500. ORR 29,130 minus 630, balance will be 28,500. This is process 3. Okay, if you have any queries regarding the presentation, please get back to me in via mail, hakim@gmail.com. If you like this presentation, share and comment. Thank you for your kind attention. Have a good day. Have a progressive time. Goodbye.